Hey, you've been sitting on the bench for way too long. You've been putting your work, you done put in the practice. It's time to get in the game. Let's talk about how we get into this field. Check it out. What's good, what's the word? How y'all doing? I am V, and today we're gonna talk about how to get into the field of graphic design. Now I know for some of y'all, this is like taboo, right? Some of y'all's like, okay, I didn't practice, I done did all this. Now how do I get a job? Like how do I just call myself a graphic designer? That's what I'm here to help you with. Check it out. Got a couple tips, got a couple steps I think that you should go through. This is what we're gonna do. The first thing that I'm gonna tell you to do, if you wanna be a graphic designer, is to get a software program. Now, you know everybody loves Photoshop, right? But Photoshop is not the only thing that you need. Like, depending on what you're trying to do, you might need all types of programs, or you might just need one specific program. It just depends on what type of career path you're trying to get into. So the first thing I'm gonna do is talk about some free programs, because you know, these prices for these paid programs can get a little rough. And if you ain't got no job, well, I hope so you got somebody that can help you. The first free program I wanna talk about is Gimp. Now, Gimp is more of it's an open source program. It's a Photoshop-y type program, you know what I'm saying? You could use that program, you can start with your graphic design career, and you know, it'll get your foot in the door. You know, it'll put you in the game. Put me in the game, coach. It'll put you in the game. You know what I'm saying? You can start doing your logos. You can start doing like posters and flyers and everything in this program. You know, it has everything that Photoshop has pretty much. And it's free. They got paid versions, but you know, the main version that you're gonna learn how to start using is free. The next program is called CorelDRAW. Now, CorelDRAW it's a free program as well. But it's a Photoshop-y program. You know, all these programs pretty much do the same thing. You know, take people out the background, change tones and contrast and curves and vibrance, and you know, you can play with the colors a little bit. They all pretty much the same. So CorelDRAW is another program that you can get into, and it'll help you, if not develop your skills, get into a graphic design type mindset. Like, what I need to do here, this is how I like for things to look, and you know, it really helps to practice. Anything to get you started, you use it. Now, those are my two free programs. I'm pretty sure some more. You can Google it. Now we get into the big dog, Adobe. The Adobe suite. I mean, I don't know what more I can say about it. I live and die by Adobe. If Adobe crashed right now, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably jump out the window like, it's over. But nah, Adobe is my go-to programs. I mean, like, the whole suite. I use Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. They got Adobe Dimensions now, which is a 3D program. I use Premiere, After Effects. I use Character Animator. I use Dreamweaver. I use Media Encoder. I use pretty much 75% of the Adobe products. Now this comes at a price, I think right now somewhere around $56 a month. Or you can get them separately. Like, you could pay, I think it's like $25, $30 a month for Photoshop, or you know what I'm saying, just get one program as opposed to getting the whole suite. But I'm like, pay the extra $20, get the whole suite, because I use all the programs. Now if I was only doing logos, then I would just get Illustrator and that would be it, you know what I'm saying? If I was only doing photos, like touching up pictures and stuff like that, I would get Lightroom and that would be it, you know what I'm saying? So there's different types of ways that you can go about it, but the first thing that you need to do to get into the field is get you one of these programs and get good at it. All right, so you got the program, now what, right? Now you practice, 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 practice. Non-stop. You only take bathroom breaks, sometimes. Nah, but you gotta be dedicated. You gotta practice. Practice makes perfect is what they say. I hate cliches too, and they all make sense pretty much. Anyway, practice makes perfect, and you know, the more you practice, the better you get. It's natural. It's the laws of nature. Like, do enough logos, you understand the process, you get a better grasp on how these programs work, and so practice is key. Now you got your program, you done practiced, now what? How do you apply this? You gotta start freelancing, and while you freelancing, you're gonna build a portfolio. This portfolio is gonna consist of everything that you've done for yourself and your clients, your future clients. So you build your portfolio and you start freelancing. I mean, freelancing is basically reaching out to somebody that you know that needs a logo, or they need flyers, or they need a brochure, they need a pamphlet, they need business cards. You reach out to people that you know first. That's the easiest way to get into freelance. Reach out to people that you know. Don't try to charge them out the woo-wop. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to charge them like you've been doing this for years, like you did the Mona Lisa or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Get you some clients. You know, freelancing is a way to get you some clients, and word of mouth, they're gonna tell their friends. Hopefully, if you do a good job, they're gonna tell their friends. And also what that's gonna do is give you a sense of communication with clients. Like, how do you talk to these people? What do you need to know from these people? A lot of times clients don't know anything. We'll talk about that later, but all this comes within freelance. Now you in the game. You got the software, you done practiced, you put in some freelance work, you in the game. That's it. You are officially a graphic designer now. You know what I'm saying? Now all you have to do is be dedicated. That's it. Like, dedication is a thing that comes from within. I can't teach you how to be dedicated. I can tell you, like, put in the hours and put in the work and look at other people's designs. Be critical of your own work. Don't fool yourself. Like, if you draw a stick figure, do not feel like this is don't feel like this is the greatest drawing on earth. Understand that, okay, you drew a stick figure today because yesterday you could only draw a line. You know what I'm saying? You're getting better. Don't think that you at the top of the list, because, you know, practice makes perfect. I just did it again. Another cliche? It's the same one, right? Good. So those are my tips on how to get into the field. I hope I enlightened some of you all. I hope I answered some of your questions that you may have had, or you may have been thinking about getting into graphic design. There's a lot of questions, there's a lot of answers, and I'm here to hopefully answer most of them, if not all of them. And if I didn't answer the questions, guess what you could do? Ask me in the comments. And before you do that, guess what you're gonna do? Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm everywhere talking about graphic design. And I want to talk to y'all about it. So that's my topic for today. See y'all next time. I am B. Peace.